In this episode, I have to fix a flat in the grass. I meet up with Dylan, we explore some farm tracks, come across the green juicy van, not doing so well, herd some cattle, and again ride through epic valleys. Just pulled over to get some fuel and to work out what to do next. Well, I was communicating with some guys from New Zealand online through the YouTube channel, trying to find out what tracks to do. And a guy by the name of Dylan said he'd show me around some of his favourite tracks. So I'm going to go over Arthur Pass and meet up with him tomorrow. But I have run out of power on my cameras, so I'm going to have to go find somewhere to stay that I can charge everything up, clean some clothes, and just sort everything out for the next section of this trip. I have found one place. The reviews say it's difficult to check in because there's no one to check you in, and if you stay by yourself it's pretty scary. It's a big house. They have no idea where I've slept in the past. Sounds perfect. Let's do that. Now that's different. The street names are on signs low down, not higher up on poles. I was back on the main road that runs alongside the western coastline of the island. Then I'd take the turn at Kumara to head east and over Arthur's Pass, then head towards Starfield. I made the turn towards the east. I know some countries where they struggle with roundabouts. This one with a train line through the middle of it would probably freak them out. I started riding into another valley. The further I ventured, the higher and steeper the mountains became. You'll notice there are a lot of large arrows on the roads in New Zealand. As there are a lot of foreign tourists that drive themselves around the island, the arrows are there to remind them that in New Zealand you drive on the left. This road has large metal gates, so the pass must get closed occasionally with heavy snowfall or rock slides. The road got narrower as I rode into the Ottawa Gorge, with the Ottawa River down below. I gather this is to protect from rockfalls, and this one to protect from waterfalls. This is the Ottawa Viaduct lookout. Lucky that bridge is there, as the rock slides coming off this side of the hill is pretty dramatic. You can feel the wind coming straight up the valley. Probably can't hear me, in fact. This new edition of the Ottawa Viaduct was completed in 1999 to minimise the hazards of driving through here. On a map, this is the area that it actually indicates is Arthur's Pass, with a postcode. And on the other side of this flat plain is Arthur's Pass National Park. A bit of road maintenance going on. You wouldn't want to hit one of those. Started climbing up the next ridge. I rode over the crest, and well, you know what's going to be over the other side. Another stunning valley. think Homer Simpson's passed through here. They have had a very dry summer here, and it's starting to show. This is the town of Darfield, where I'd be meeting Dylan tomorrow. I was staying about 5 kilometres out of town. I was doing the speed limit of 100 kilometres an hour, but I had a ute right behind me, so I pulled over to let them pass. Had a car behind me right up my butt, so I tried to pull off the road, missed the turn off to where I'm staying, and then got a flat tyre. I'm like, it's just there, 200 metres, but I'm here. Well, it looks like a nail in the tyre. I pulled out the axle. Now, to put it somewhere it won't get dirt on it. The one thing the Himalayan bike has that the Scram doesn't, and would be really handy right about now, is a centre stand. I broke the bead of the tyre away from the rim, levered the tyre off the rim. Now to get the nail out. It's not coming out that way, so I pushed it right through. Got it. I put the new tube in, tyre back on. Let's see if I've pinched it. Well, I got pressure back in there. But now for the tricky bit is trying to put it in, balance with one hand the bike, and make sure that doesn't fall out. But then I had a bit of luck. Finally, right at the end when I actually needed help, because it was really hard doing it myself. 2 guys stopped, lifted the bike up, job done. Thank you, New Zealanders. Gear's all back on the bike, so let's go the 200 metres to where I'm staying. Maybe 300 metres. Took me a bit to work out which room it was, and it's the Alps room. And it has a bed. I have to get used to one of those again. Alright, shower and start charging cameras. After a good night's sleep and all the gear sorted, it was back on the road again for the short journey back into town where I was meeting up with Dylan.
Howdy folks.
We got straight onto the road. One thing you'll notice about Dylan's Suzuki DR650, it's quite loud, even at a distance. We hit the gravel, and well, it was more like marbles. I gathered Dylan was used to it, but I needed to slow down, so I didn't end up on the ground. I came around the corner to see Dylan picking his bike up off the ground.
Straight away! Right onto it.
Yeah, it felt a bit slippery.
It is bloody slippy, eh? There's
yeah.
like marbles out here.
All good? Dylan checked over his bike. It was all good. So we got on with it. A little slower this time. Dylan works with the farmers, drilling their fields, which means planting seed, so he has access to riding through some of the private properties. We pulled up to what I gathered was one of the farmers he knew.
It's my ex-girlfriend. It's always fun, you know. Alright, let's do the thing.
Dylan had to make a quick stop off to one of the paddocks.
This is a work trip. All that you see that is green is my creation. There we are. We're surveying. Looks good.
Tax
Work
deduction.
expense. Everything we're doing, it's work right now.
And with work done for the day, we were off.
I'll layer off. Sure.
Yeah, it is warming up. So we've just pulled over here because it's warming up, the sun's trying to come out. So we're just layering down. We mentioned how clean Dylan's side bags were. Right now, after a little, what would you call it?
A little off.
A little lay down. Yeah. Look how good it looks now.
Intrepid, just got to do the other side now, right?
Yes. So does the other side and the bike will look perfect. We were going to check out a track Dylan had never explored before, so we had no idea what was ahead.
Unbelievable.
Those lumps of grass always get you.
I won't blame the grass. I'm just not very good at this. It was on the wrong side as well. I'm trying to get the other side dirty.
This felt like a real farm track. It looked like it had barely been used. Maybe by farmers on a quad or motorbike once every few months. We hugged the side of the hill into the next little valley, then dropped down into the next small valley which had a river running through it.
I do believe that we might be at the end of the human track and onto the dog's track here.
Definitely looks it. We decided to explore a little further on foot.
You good at jumping over fences? Because this is...
Yeah, we'll just jump. Don't impale yourself. You can hear a stream down here, so we're going to at least investigate. I think we'll have to follow some animal tracks.
You ready to sled down on your ass?
By the way, this bush here is so spiky. That's called using your butt to slide down. So we have made it to the bottom. It isn't that as an impressive stream, but it's, you know, it's still a stream.
We tried.
Cool little place. Like just a gorge. One of millions of gorges probably through the country that nobody ever gets to see, except the occasional farmer or some random dudes travelling around on motorbikes. Now for the fun bit, trying to get it back up this track.
Yeah.
So he made us jump over the fence because he said, oh, you can't undo it. But apparently...
And then it's like, impossible, completely lockpick. There you go.
Joys of exploring. So now to ride back out. But if we want to watch this, this might be fun. Dylan sort of put his bike in the wrong spot again.
I need to get back in the gym, eh? It's not good. Oh, she's on a lean.
All right, back along that fun little track. Sure, there are those out there who have spotted Dylan's error already. Dylan's kill switch was playing up. Wiggle it just a little bit.
Gentle touch is what it needed.
We pulled up to have a look at this stunning mountain range before us. We rode a bit further, then pulled over at the farmhouse to have some lunch. So we've just stopped off at the homestead just to have some lunch and get some water into us, because it's actually got really hot. Like, I'm in a t-shirt now and I've got thermals on that I'm going to take off. And then we're going to go past the other side of the mountain and see some lakes and find out what's from there.
Just a snifter. Are you going for me? There we go. Cover it up. And then it's patience.
That's a lot of work for a drink. Meanwhile, I got stuck into some pineapple out of a tin. Dylan also had some noodles. But in the background, we could hear something very loud coming past.
Oh my goodness.
It is a horse. Okay.
They've come for that nugget of gold we were looking for at the river.
They were travelling 300 kilometres over to the west coast, which would take them around 5 weeks.
It's 300 kilometres in 5 weeks. That's 60 kilometres a week. It's just under 10 kilometres a day by horse, with the record that made coming 150 metres up the road. I think it's a tough day for the horses.
Epic journey that'll be. Slow one, but epic.
Would you like some of this delicious bread?
Yes, yes I would. Ooh,
There you are, sir.
thank you. It's really good.
Oh, look at that vivacious boil. Ta-da!
Not a coffee drinker myself, so I won't be partaking in the sampling of the coffee. But apparently it's good.
Gourmet coffee. Oh, hot. But it's good. It's good.
So lunch is over. We're just going to get some more water and then head off to
Ashburton Lakes.
Ashburton Lakes.
Oh, we might stop at Mount Summers for an ice cream.
Someone said ice cream.
Someone said ice cream.
All right, let's mount up. We dropped down to the river and stopped for a random fact.
Braided rivers are in 3 countries, New Zealand, Norway and Chile, I believe. Braided River is where it separates apart from itself to go around these giant islands of stone, or even small islands of stone. Here's quite a grand example where it breaks apart because it hasn't had enough time to just formulate a single path through and move all the material out that it needs. But older countries, you see like just a single line of water going down.
So New Zealand's just a wee youngster.
Yeah, we only just got here.
Dylan said we needed to make a small detour to pick up some beverages. And I clocked over 5,000 kilometres so far on this trip.
If you don't take them out, it's not stealing. So if you just sit here and drink all day, you know? That's what I was thinking. If you went to university in New Zealand, you know what scrumpy is, and don't do it again.
Sounds like goon for Australia.
Yeah.
My bike is running and wait for the Suzuki Spitfire to start up. And as promised, it was time for ice cream. I was making sure I wasn't parking in the gas.
How you doing? It's a dilemma. What do you choose?
I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Boysenberry.
What is the most childish option possible? It's gumdrops. Orange chocolate chip, please.
That's a combination.
probably the wrong one, I'm not sure. I'm not defensive about it.
So, boysenberry, and would you like another flavour?
Yeah.
That's Hokey Pokey's. Tip top Hokey Pokey is like the New Zealand ice cream. What you've got to have when you're in NZ.
Got the good stuff out here. I love it.
It's been a while, but ice cream is good. And Hokey Pokey, I rate it. It's pretty good. New Zealand, doing well. So this is the main lake?
This is the main lake, yep. Yeah, so our little camp spot's down where those trees sort of meet there.
We got straight in to setting up camp, as we still had more riding to do today. We did have one more thing to sort out before setting off again. So Dylan has been engineering the fridge.
It's hard to stake something into this. It keeps the pale ale cold, it's worth it.
The idea is the lake water is
Just a little over a regular fridge. What's that?
so not super cold, but cold enough that it'll
Colder than the air.
colder than being outside. Dylan came up with a better solution than just sticks.
Don't slip. And just gently place it.
So these are the priorities when camping.
Oh, these swim out. No, look at them. Look at them.
With that sorted, we headed off to explore further into the valley. We rode out into the late afternoon sun. The road was heavily corrugated. Then we came across something you never want to see.
All good?
Loose gravel, just
On the edge.
Just lost control of it. Yeah.
What happened, Mr. Drifter? Fucking lost it.
Dylan lightened up the situation with some Kiwi jokes.
No one's had that.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just waiting for them to.
Sweet. Nice view though.
I know, yeah, I can't complain.
Great seat.
It could be worse. Yeah.
Could be. There's a view. We dropped down into the next valley. So it's not too far to go up this track. So we pulled over to Mount Sunday. Mount Sunday, I got it right, cool. And apparently it was in Lord of the Rings. I don't remember all the things from the movie, so apparently there's some fighting training happening up here. But it looks like a cool spot anyway. And there's just mountains all the way around. There's always one in the group. I thought I wasn't going to be hiking on this trip. This is like the 4th one. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit puffed. Very unfit, apparently.
Summit here. If we could just take the summit down there, we wouldn't have to walk all this way to get up here.
So it is quite impressive up here. A little windy, but the scenery is stunning. There's a mountain range this way with just the water draining down it. You can see if it was in rain, it'd be epic. So I'm assured by Dylan that Mount Cook is over here in the clouds. Now he's grabbing his phone to see the maps. He's just going to map it just in case. So after further review of Google, Dylan has told me Mount Cook is this valley, not that one. Anyway, we're going to head back down because we're going to lose light soon. It'll be cold riding back. Wouldn't be the first time, but we're going to try and avoid it. This one range over here is epic. It's so, yeah. We do have an issue, not an issue, potential. The farmers have just moved the cows into where our bikes are. So we've got to watch out for, well, not to step in anything particular. McSlurry apparently. Way easy on the way down. Slowly made our way through the cattle. I couldn't help myself and had to stop for another photo. Well, they had got the juicy van upright. I guess they were just waiting for a tow truck. The moon was in the cradle of the mountain. I saw it back there, I was trying to stop. So I got off to get another photo.
There you are, chap. Crack under.
Did you hear that?
Not holding back.
Not holding back. Oh, there's so much light. I should get the camera out and finish this. Get a couple more photos and drink a beverage or two. A little blocked by the mountain. I got as many shots as I could in the fading light. Well, that was the last of lights. Time to put this camera down and get back to that beverage. New Zealand's being stunning again. Oh, there's a little island in the lake. I'm drinking this one, not this one.
Delectable Campbell's chunky roast chicken and vegetable tin soup. It's 3.5 out of 5 health stars, Joe, so you are in good hands tonight.
So yes, I am eating luxury tonight.
Yeah.
A warm meal. Still out of a can, but it's warm. dinner is served. Well, for me at least. He's
Gotta heat up mine now.
Dylan has to heat up his. What's he having?
This is chunky beef and veg, 100% Aussie beef. So thank you guys. Saved me with that one.
Although they've got a lot of cattle here, so I don't know why they don't use their own. And we still have that yummy bread from the bakery.
Oh, whack off a slice of that. That's good.
Oh, that's good. I must say, hot meals are really good in New Zealand when it's cold.
A doorstop of bread.
It's all happening. Ooh, I could do the whole Duncan thing.
Oh, get in it. Get in it. Might not look appealing at home, but it sure is appealing right here. That's where it counts.
We finished eating dinner as the moon rose over the mountain. Then we called it a night.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. And oh my love.
In the next episode, we ride into some more valleys, along some rocky tracks, herd some sheep, and end up in the city.
Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed.